Stop ruining your portraits with brushwork that has no purpose behind it. Instead, use the planes of the face and imagine your brush is going along those planes. Allow that to dictate the direction of your brushwork. My first ever oil painter instructor put it perfectly. He said, imagine you are wrapping the paint around the subject like it's paper mache. Also ask yourself, the part that you're painting, is it considered a wall or a shelf? If it's a wall, you're most likely going to be using vertical strokes up and down. And if it's a shelf, you're probably going to be using horizontal. Don't confuse loose painting for sloppy painting. If you want bold and expressive brushwork, just make sure there's intent and purpose behind it. That's what I'm going to show you in this quick demonstration. All right, so I have a painting that I purposely put bad brushwork in here to kind of show you what I see a lot of time with students' paintings, like, what my paintings used to look like. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to go in here and fix this using the planes of the face as my guide for my brushwork. And the key to this is thinking about these planes of the face and always be thinking like you are, actually I made a clean brush here. So I already got a lot of paint on there, of like you are going across these planes, and that's going to help you decide and see the right direction to go with your brushwork. And you can see a lot of these little like dabby marks, just the direction of these. There's no real reason for it, like it's just random. So let's try and fix that. Let's just start up here on the forehead. Just in general, using less choppier strokes a lot of times can be better. And so you can see all I'm doing is I'm first just trying to think of these planes and like I'm painting along those planes. And a lot of times simpler is better. And I feel like just doing that already has made this look a lot better. And don't think that you always need like a ton of strokes or a ton of brushwork. You know, some areas, a lot of times like the shadows, you're not going to see a lot of brushwork. They're going to be, you know, thinner areas. Let's kind of move around here. And this paint is all wet. Like I just finished this. So if you have a painting and it's still wet and it's looking like this, you can fix it. That's one of the best things about oil paints. And this was like a quick study. You know, I spent probably 30 minutes just doing this. I know it's not perfect, but for the purposes of this demonstration, I think it will work. So here, I'm like kind of thinking like this, thinking of like this side plane, you know, this side here. It's a good depiction of like what I'm thinking of in terms of my brushwork. Getting rid of all these little choppy strokes. My first ever oil painting instructor told me, always think about it like you're wrapping the paint around the subject, no matter what it is you're painting, you know, like it's paper mache. Another thing to think about are things that I call walls or shelves, meaning like, you know, like right here is a shelf, you know, it's something you're sitting on top of. This is a wall. It's like flat up and down. A lot of times you're going to use horizontal strokes for shelves, verticals for walls. And like under here, I'm thinking about it as if I'm putting my brush underneath there and kind of carving out that little section there. And the more you get familiar with these planes, kind of the simpler you'll be able to communicate them. You'll be so, you know, familiar with them. Just constantly pay attention to like the direction of my strokes. I'm turning the brush, you know. It's a lot of angles, shifting the angles. Like this already looks a lot better. And his nose also went. I gotta tell you, it was tough to like paint bad because you have to like go against your instincts. See this whole shelf here? I feel like I can communicate that a lot better. It was hard, it might be hard to see, but right here it was like a bunch of vertical brush strokes, when it's probably best is just to kind of go in the flow. Another way to think about it, which is really helpful with landscapes, is think about if water was running down the subject. A lot of times in landscapes, if you think about that, like the slope of, mountains, like the direction of your brushwork or outer perimeter or like of a tree. Um, think of it that way. All right, now if you are a portrait painter and you struggle with skin tones, I have a free skin tones lesson. In it, I go over all the colors I like to have on my palette and how I go about mixing any skin tone. If you want to check that out, I'll put a link to it in the description of this video. And it's so helpful to know stuff like this because, like, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on here, but here it helps you. You got that little cheekbone, that little wall. This is darker than this, and just kind of helps you make sense of what you're doing. Vertical stroke here. Over here, I use like a lot of verticals, but you can see this area, it's getting hit with light. It's because it's a shelf and the light's coming from above, so it's going to catch a shelf more than it'll catch a wall. So I probably want to lean towards more horizontal strokes right here. And this might sound like a weird thing to wrap your head around, no pun intended. Um, I promise you, like, it does get easier, and if you do it enough, it will become second nature. It's good to practice with like maybe something more simple, like an apple or something. Kind of get the hang of it. A lot of times chins can be tough, and so this is helpful to think of like this front piece, this front part, this front plane as one value. And then when it turns, it gets slightly lighter. See, I've changed the angle of my brush stroke. And it gets darker going the other way. So this dark section here. That's why I love this plain head model that I have. If you want one, just go to planesofthehead.com. Artist John Asaro created it. And this planes of the head, it's not just helpful for the values, which I've talked about a lot, like helps with this stuff, like brushwork. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize that. Even with tiny little parts like this, I'm thinking about what my brush is on. I know, like here, it gets a little lighter right there because that's the brow bone, and that's a shelf. So it's catching a little more light right there. Going to use a horizontal stroke. Even if it's a very, very subtle shift. Helps even with the features. See, the bottom lip is 3 planes, 1, 2, 3. This one farthest to right is lightest. It's more of a value thing than brushwork, but helpful to know. Need to kind of do a little more with this chin. Kind of stepped away from it for a little bit. So I got this plane here, slightly lighter than the one below it. This is more like a shelf. Press really gets a little lighter. It's not this, yeah, it is the same as this. That's lighter. All right, hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helps you with your brushwork on your next portrait. I'm Chris Fornatero here telling you to go get painting.